Welcome to this important video. In this video, we are going to discuss about an important topic of Python, which is called Python modules. Python module. What is Python module? We can simply define that a module is any file which has Python code, and we can use it anytime in our program in future. So any type of Python file which has Python code is called Python module. For example, if we save a file with the name of example in Python, then it will be saved as example.py because its extension will be py, and this is called a Python module, and its module name would be example. So the question is here another important question, that why we use modules. We simply use modules to break down the larger program into smaller and manageable files so that we can categorize this program in multiple parts, and we can select any of its relevant part in future whenever we want to use its specific part. So the modules provide efficient reusability of the code, which means that if we want to reuse them in future, then we can use them anytime in an efficient way. So Python has two type of modules similar to Python functions, which means that Python has two main type of files. Some files are already stored in Python, which has already by default functions and constant values in it. So these are already stored files in Python. Whenever we install Python, then it is already stored in it. So this type of module is known as built-in module. So any file which is already stored in Python is called built-in module. And some files which are created by our users, these are called user-defined module, or they are also known as self-defined or self-created files or self-created modules. So Python has two type of modules, and we can use any of these files in future whenever we want to execute them. Then we can simply import any of these files, whether they are built-in or whether they are user-defined, in our program in an efficient way. However, we will discuss each of these modules in future in detail, which you can see in our next videos from our playlist as well. Thank you so much. That was just a brief overview or introduction of Python modules, and we will discuss each of these modules with example in detail. So we are waiting for your valuable feedback here.